is there really a DNA for wealth? What if that's the key to unlocking your financial destiny once and for all? Right? You'll discover how to tap into the power of your DNA to attract wealth and prosperity.
Listen, let's get real. The world is changing and things are getting more and more challenging for people. Would you agree? Isn't it? We hear it from our clients, we see it in the masses and how it's impacting them. And this is why we've decided to do these live streams. And the future that we imagine for you is filled with money and abundance and a deep connection with your spiritually evolving life force. You could actually call it yourself. We um, we had a conversation with a gentleman a couple days ago, and this really just was so awesome. And someone that you're going to be seeing on one of our Infinite Wisdom Experience interviews in the months to come. So he actually, or the one that we've been talking about, where you can get co-authored with Tony Robbins, and also with the likes of Brian Tracy and Jim Britt and a host of others in the book Cracking the Rich Code. And if you haven't heard about it and you want to know more, just drop a hashtag rich code in the comments and we'll reach out. So anyhow, this gentleman has become very successful. In his words of how simple his journey to success was, he said, "I got my mind right." And that's it. Boom. He let go of all the fears and started to utilize his environment and see opportunities and took action. Well, then something happened. More opportunities started coming to him, and he took action. And then he really opened his mind further and further and saw patterns and connections and opportunities everywhere. And these weren't happening during the great economical times. These were happening at the low points in the economy, like now, when everyone else felt like a victim approaching life with depression and despair and the woe is me attitude. To him, each event is a point in time, a dot on the cosmic map, a chance, a choice, a series of synchronicities. As a matter of fact, about 6 to 8 months ago, we were one of those points when he just happened to attend our virtual roundtable, which, by the way, is starting back up in the fall, that led him to simply getting on our VIP list, where we send out opportunities like for this book, and voila, another success journey is starting for him as he co-authors a book with Tony Robbins and begins yet another successful journey. It all comes down to this. It's one thing for us to have a vision for you, but it's more important for you to envision it for yourself.
100%.
So our intention is to deliver powerful information for you today over the next live streams and masterclasses to bring that vision to life. So we want you to imagine waking up in the morning, feeling a sense of peace and excitement about your financial future. You start your day with a clear mind, free from the burden of financial stress and worry. And as you go about your day, you feel confident and empowered, knowing that you have the tools and strategies to make and manage your money effectively and to attract abundance into your life effortlessly. Imagine sitting down to review your finances, and instead of feeling overwhelmed and, oh my God, you feel a sense of clarity and purpose. You have a clear understanding of your financial goals and the steps that you need to take to achieve them. And with each decision you make, you feel a sense of alignment with your goals, knowing that you are moving closer and closer to financial freedom. And then, as you go about your day, opportunities for abundance seem to present themselves at every turn. Whether it's a new job opportunity, a new client, a lucrative business venture, or unexpected financial windfall, you feel confident in your ability to attract wealth into your life. And when challenges arise, Instead of succumbing to fear and doubt, you approach them with resilience and determination, knowing that you have the power to overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. In your relationships, oh my gosh, in your relationships, you notice a profound shift as well, whether they business relationships or personal relationships. Your newfound sense of abundance and prosperity radiates outwards, attracting positive and supportive people into your life. You surround yourself with like-minded individuals who will uplift and inspire you instead of dragging you down. You create a community of abundance where everyone thrives together. And as you lay your head down to sleep at night, you do so with a sense of gratitude and contentment, knowing that you are living a life filled with purpose and abundance and joy. This is the future that awaits you. And when you unravel the years and decades of DNA program blockages holding you back from the riches that you deserve, it's time to rewrite your financial story and step into a future that's filled with unlimited abundance and prosperity. So, are you ready to make this happen?
All right. So I'm gonna get a sock puppet made of Ross, so that anytime Zoom decides to knock him out, I'm gonna have it handy here. I'm just gonna work on that.
Just as long as I get to choose the sock. That's
All
draw some lines
right.
there.
So I remember when we first interviewed Dr. Bruce Lipton, his groundbreaking research struck a powerful chord with us, and it revealed something profound. The concept of epigenetics extends far beyond its initial impact on the human biology, right? And this realization led us to a powerful insight. Not only can you influence your DNA, but you can also program every aspect of your life. And at its core, this idea connects to the energy of the divine source, the God force, whatever name you give that ultimate power, right? It became clear to us that the framework of epigenetics can be adapted to influence virtually everything, including how the flow of money into your life can happen with ease and abundance. And that's why you're here today, isn't it? To learn how to deeply program your being to attract wealth in ways you've never imagined. So Ross and I began exploring how we could integrate the foundations of epigenetics into our reality. And more importantly, how we could teach our clients and students to do the same with intention and precision. And when it comes to mastering the flow of money, abundance, and spirituality, we developed the acronym IGNITE. That's IGNITE as a simple yet powerful tool to help you to remember how to transform any area of your life, bringing more joy, happiness, and abundance, as Ross mentioned, into your reality. So let's dive into what IGNITE stands for, okay, and how each element can help you to create a life filled with celebration and prosperity. All right, so get your pen and papers ready. The first letter is I, which is IGNITE, and it stands for influence of the world. Okay, so Dr. Bruce Lipton has extensively discussed how our environment shapes our potential, right? The surroundings we immerse ourselves in, whether supportive or toxic, play a crucial role in how our genes are expressed throughout our life. So, from our personal journey and our work with clients through the infinity process that we've created, we've seen firsthand how a positive environment can promote health, vitality, abundance, and a strong sense of community. And on the flip side, we've also witnessed how negative environments often lead
Yeah.
to stress, anxiety, illness, poverty, and isolation. All right. And I'm sure you all can relate with those things. So the next letter is G. G stands for generating wealth behaviors. And while Dr. Lipton emphasizes how the thoughts that dominate our minds shape our behaviors, we take it a step further by focusing on the conscious generation of wealth thoughts and behaviors. And this means cultivating fresh, inspiring thoughts and encourage adaptability, flexibility, and growth rather than dwelling on lack, limitation, and negativity. And the behaviors and habits you consistently engage in have a profound and lasting impact on not only your biology, but also the reality you experience every day. And by understanding and applying these principles, you're not just reacting to the world around you, you're actively shaping it. And that's the foundation of attracting and sustaining wealth and abundance in every area of your life.
Exactly. So the next letter, N, stands for navigate obstacles. This is all about understanding the long-term impact of your short-term actions. So Dr. Lipton emphasizes that the changes that you make today have lasting effects, sometimes even across generations. Just as your genetic blueprint influences gene expression, the way you adapt and innovate or persist in the face of obstacles can establish powerful pathways to sustaining abundance in your future. It's crucial to be mindful of how you navigate these challenges to ensure that they pave the way for continued growth and prosperity. And the second I in Ignite represents infinite possibilities, our favorite. This speaks to the limitless potential within each of us, including you, and our ability to bring infinite possibilities into our reality. Dr. Lipton highlights how our responses to our physical environment play a critical role in promoting and hindering our biological health. Being aware of how your surroundings affect you personally is a key aspect of epigenetics. By consciously choosing environments that support your growth, you can unlock the infinite possibilities within you. And then the T stands for transcending limitations. Dr. Lipton teaches that our perception of the world and our ability to transcend limitations both significantly shape our biology. But what exactly is perception? It's how we define and give meaning to what we become conscious of. And this is a concept that we've explored in depth in many of our previous episodes and in our masterclass, The Ignition Factor, Catapulting Your Business with 6 Radical Steps. We'll dive into more details on that later. But for now, remember that transcending limitations is about shifting your mindset and breaking free from the constraints that have held you back for so long.
And then finally, we arrive to the letter E, which doesn't stand for N, okay, even though it is there, right? It quite actually the opposite. It stands for exponential growth, right? Science has shown us that the social interactions you engage in, whether through close relationships or casual connections in your networks, can significantly impact your growth and success. These interactions can influence everything from your business evolution to your personal development and even your genetic blueprint. So these effects can be both positive and negative. But when they're harnessed correctly, we can then drive exponential growth in all areas of life. All right. So to recap the IGNITE acronym as we interpret it through the lens of epigenetics is influence of the world, generating wealth behaviors, navigating obstacles, infinite possibilities, transcending limitations, and exponential growth. And when it comes to programming your DNA to attract money, wealth, and abundance, there's a lot to really consider, right? A lot to learn, a lot to implement. We get it, right? It's a deep, intricate process that we cover in detail in our upcoming masterclass that Ross talked about. So today, our goal was to introduce you to these concepts give you a head start, and ignite your journey to reprogramming your DNA and explore just how much abundance you can attract into your life.
That's right. So we're going to pick what we consider to be the top three influencers for attracting or repelling money into your life. Is that okay? All right. So can we just jump right to the critical stuff for you today? So now understand that when all six are fully activated and engaged, you'll be freaking unstoppable. But first, we need to get your money attraction ignited. And the one key thing that we want you to leave with today is how to instantly influence and activate your DNA to attract unlimited money without years of therapy, any medical procedures, repeating unconvincing affirmations, or working around the clock, or resorting to get rich quick schemes. And that can be done by understanding the three money DNA influencers. So the first one is let's explore the influence of the world and the impact the beliefs it impresses on us can have on attracting money now. And the question is, can making small tweaks to your beliefs around the concept of money be enough to open the vaults and send money your way? Well, let's stop for a moment and think about what money actually is. Not just the definition, but the meaning of its source. This is difficult for most because the truth is that the real meaning has been shrouded by decades upon decades, maybe centuries, of how money is used and the forms that it has morphed into over the years. So let's do a quick run through the timeline of money. Let's take a metaphysical perspective and understanding of money as energy. Money has been a fundamental aspect of human civilization for centuries. It has been in many, many forms. And the evolution of the concept of money, well, it's a fascinating journey that reflects the development of human civilization from the Stone Age to the modern era of cryptocurrencies. It began with the barter system, where in the early stages of human civilization, people relied on the barter system, basically exchanging goods and services directly.
Yeah, and then currency came about as societies became more complex, right? Certain
Mm-hmm.
commodities emerged as commonly accepted mediums of exchange. Items like grains, livestock, shells, and precious metals like gold and silver were used as money due to their intrinsic value. And yet, it still needed to be more versatile. And so representative money was invented, which is paper certificates or banknotes, which were used as claims to a specific quantity of that underlying commodity. And then it was decided that it still needed to be better. So the transition to fiat money marked a significant shift in the concept of currency. Listen to the word, right? Currency. Fiat money is not backed by a physical commodity, but derives itself from the trust and the confidence of the people and the decree of the governments. Now we have a boom in the digital currencies and cryptocurrencies that has emerged as the latest evolution of the concept of money. These represent a paradigm shift in the monetary system, challenging traditional banking and financing and offering new possibilities. So, money has now been transformed, in a sense, from physical to energy.
Yeah, so you see, throughout history, the concept of money has evolved in response to changing economical, social, and technological dynamics. Yet one thing remains constant. Beyond its tangible form, many philosophers and spiritual teachers and metaphysical thinkers have viewed money through a very different lens, as energy. As prominent figures in the realm of metaphysics, Garry and I notably expound upon this concept, emphasizing the dynamic relationship between money and energy. In this four-part series, we're unveiling the profound idea of money and energy as one of the same, exploring its implications, its applications, and significance in your lives. This energetic nature to money, as its core posits that currency is not merely a static object, but rather a dynamic force that flows. Mind you, it's called currency. It currents, it flows through the universe. Just as all matter is composed of energy, money too is imbued with energetic properties. This challenges the conventional notion of money as a finite resource. I'm going to repeat that. This challenges the conventional notion of money as finite a resource. It's not limited. It challenges the limitation. Instead, it portrays it as an abundant and ever-present force permeating the fabric of existence. And it's all there for the asking.
Yeah, and the truth is that research indicates that we have approximately 60,000 thoughts per day, encompassing both conscious and unconscious processes. Now, these thoughts range from fleeting ideas to more focused and deliberate reflections. The real question is, how are you harnessing the power of these thoughts to break free from conditioned patterns of limitation and past failures? Now, there's a lot of talk about change your thoughts and change your life, right? But few offer a specific systemized process to flip the ratio of negative and disempowered thoughts into limitless potential. So many programs out there suggest spending 10, 30, or even 60 minutes a day trying to repattern your thoughts. But what if there was a way to go deeper? Influencing your DNA coding 24/7, 365 days a year with a language of enlightenment. Imagine the power of reprogramming at such a profound level.
Yeah.
That's why we developed our signature program, the Infinity Process. In fact, when we shared the concept with Mark Victor Hansen of Chicken Soup for the Soul, co-author for Chicken Soup for the Soul, he described it as having a living vision board at your fingertips. The truth is, even that description only scratches the surface of its dynamic, powerful, and transformative capabilities. The Infinity Process is designed to harness the full power of innovative and evolutionary thinking to impact and influence your DNA genetic sequencing. So, for money DNA attractor number 2, we focus on owning and activating your infinite possibilities. Many people don't realize or believe that they can intentionally control how their environment influences them moment by moment. We're here to show you that you absolutely can flip the switch. And through the Infinity Process, we teach our students and clients to program that and code their internal and external environments to create a reality of wealth, abundance, and infinite possibilities.
That's right. So why can some manifest money while others don't? And please be aware that I said don't. I didn't say can't, because each and every one of you can do this to varying degrees. And if you just said it to yourself, no, I can't, then you've just discovered your first hurdle. Because the answer you're looking for is trust and belief that abundance is all there is all there is in existence. The others who can know they can, trust they can, and come from a place of everything being abundant. Maybe they get a glimpse of the codex of money. While this is central to the concept of money as energy, manifestation is the process of bringing desired outcomes into existence through focused attention and alignment with universal energies. Another of our mentors, Stuart Wilde, was one of the first to advocate for cultivating a mindset of abundance and prosperity, asserting that by harmonizing your thoughts and your feelings and actions with the energetic frequency of wealth, we can manifest financial abundance in our lives. And in our master lab, Money, Abundance, and Spirituality, we give you 3.5 hours of experiments that you can test out to bring more of that money or that abundance into your life. And according to the viewpoint of the epigenetic nature of money, our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions play a crucial role in shaping the flow of money in our lives. So, positive thoughts and attitudes towards money generate vibrational frequency that attracts wealth, whereas negative thoughts, attitudes repel it. When you listen, and I mean really listen to some of the top money makers on our planet, you'll often hear them giving credence and praise to the significance of having a properly trained mindset that acts as a magnet for drawing the financial abundance instead of scarcity into their reality.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about that a little bit in last week's live stream too. And so
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
those of you that are unfamiliar with the term scarcity, some of you may feel that you're more familiar with it than you'd like to be. We're not referring to supply and demand scarcity. That's not what we're talking about, which is a man-made concept, right? So instead, we're talking about the energy of scarcity. It's a pervasive feeling of lack, insufficiency, and unworthiness. And it's the underlying force behind that I can't mentality that Ross talked about, that he talked about a little bit ago, right? So if you find yourself trapped in this scarcity mindset, the critical question to ask is, how did this mindset develop? Think about it, right? It will require some honest and potentially painful self reflection sometimes, but identifying the source is crucial for you breaking free from it, right? Your environment throughout your life continually conditions you on a level deeper than mere unconscious processes. This conditioning reaches the very core of your being, your DNA gene expression. Whether your environment reflects abundance or poverty plays a significant role in shaping your beliefs and attitudes towards money and prosperity. So consider now, from a young age, you were exposed to societal norms, certain cultural values, maybe even family attitudes that often reinforce scarcity. Messages like money doesn't grow on trees from influential adults, or she works hard for the money in
Oh
popular
God, here it
music.
goes. He's singing again.
We'll have our karaoke link later. um, in popular music, that's instills a belief that resonates, and the belief that resources are limited and hard to come by, right? And then there's societal focus on competition, comparison, materialism, which all build this and foster this scarcity mindset where individuals feel compelled to hoard resources and fear loss or lack. Then there's traumatic experiences related to financial instability or poverty or loss, which can all profoundly impact your perception of abundance and scarcity. So growing up in financial hardship or facing significant financial setbacks can instill a scarcity mindset marked by fear, anxiety, and distrust. I mean, even jobs like even like when you have a job loss, like if it's just even if it's a simple job that you're doing, even just the simple job loss can make that it have that impact, right? Or bankruptcy or economic downturns. They can all
Mhm.
further cement these feelings of insecurity, making it difficult to shift towards a mindset of abundance and prosperity. It's kind of like a quicksand that just keeps pulling you back.
Yeah, for sure. So the media and advertising and consumer culture play a crucial role in perpetuating this scarcity mindset through messages of scarcity, lack, and inadequacy. Advertisements often capitalize on people's insecurities and desires, portraying a world where happiness and fulfillment are contingent upon material possessions and external validation. And moreover, media narratives focus on economic crises, financial hardships, and disparities in wealth and reinforce the belief that resources are scarce and they're unevenly distributed. Constant exposure to such messages can shape an individual's beliefs about their own worthiness, their own deservingness, and the ability to attain abundance and contributing, and all contributing massively to a scarcity mindset. And these factors, among others, seem to be stuck in the favor of supporting the scarcity mindset in individuals, making it difficult for their DNA programming to embrace a mindset of abundance and prosperity. And recognizing and addressing, and above all, solving these underlying factors is essential for cultivating a more empowered and abundant approach to life and having all the money you need to live the life that you desire. So, with money DNA attractor number three, it's how the flexible and the adaptable you are to experience exponential growth. So, coming to the understanding that you do not have to settle for wallowing or in any social circle, any of them, or any settings that drain your life energy. We all know those environments or individuals who are they're toxic to be around, right? Hello? Which family member is that? Which ex-friend or maybe best friend is that? We all have them. Well, remember, you always have a choice that you can choose to be around nurturing, loving, and compassionate souls and tap into the collective positive energy. You can feel it in your body when a group or individuals is filled with abundantly creative energy that just it feeds your soul. One of the most powerful and impactful things that you can do for programming your DNA to attract money is to intentionally and regularly place yourself in social circles that are rich, encouraging, and growth oriented that support your growth through collaboration instead of competition.
Yeah, and then there's exploring exponential growth, right? Exploring more, and it's one reason why so many successful individuals are part of mastermind groups or empowered networks of
Yeah.
like-minded people, right? And you might be thinking, well, I can't find anyone who shares my vision or interests, right? Sometimes we feel like, especially in this path, sometimes we feel like the lone wolf and nobody else is out there like us, but you'd be surprised, right? Or
Mhm.
or I don't have anything to contribute, so why would they want me in their group or their circle, right? So here's a simple solution. Start small. Begin with just one person. If you set the intention and consistently pursue building that connection, even if it takes a year, right? 365 days of searching for that one other lone wolf out there, okay? That one other candle that's shining in the light, right? You'll find that you're not alone. right? There are others like you. No matter how infinitely unique you are, there are others like you. Okay. Once you establish that relationship, each of you can find one more person. And over time, your network will grow. In the first year, you'll have two, second year, four. And by the fifth year, you could have a powerful mastermind group of 32 like minded individuals. This kind of network could be one of the most powerful, impactful pieces of DNA programming you could ever undertake.
Exactly.
Okay. So for some, the first step might be to clean house. Okay. I often advise students and clients to perform a social clutter clearing. Okay. Although it can be challenging, it can significantly impact the flow of abundance in your life almost instantly. Okay. So here's how it works. Start with a thorough self reflection and assessment of your life. Okay. Identify any individuals who may be toxic or disempowering to you or the life you aspire to create. Pay attention to how they make you feel about yourself, about your life, about your potential. Then establish clear boundaries. Okay. Establish clear boundaries for your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual well being. Define what behaviors or interactions are acceptable and communication within these boundaries of love, integrity, and respect for your true self. These processes can transform your social environment and enhance your ability to attract and sustain wealth and success.
Exactly. So next is to continue to evaluate your relationships and determine if they are salvageable or if it's just best for all involved just to let go. Decide if a toxic relationship can't be improved, that you're going to intentionally create more and more distance by limiting contact or unfollowing on social medias, or just going to different environments altogether. Sometimes you may need to seek support from trusted friends and family and mentors or coaches to provide that guidance, to provide the insight and encouragement as you navigate potentially challenging relationships. And finally, focus on your self-care. Remember, spiritually evolving life force. Prioritize your self-care and be okay. And open up to surrounding yourself with positive and empowering influences. Look for activities that you can engage in that bring you joy, allow you to practice more mindfulness, and feel like valuable investments in nurturing the type of relationships you are enriching that for your well-being. So this is one that we absolutely love to work on and facilitate. One of the ways that we do this is by bringing you here on this platform so that you can interact with other like-minded people who are learning and implementing the same types of things. It's the easiest way to start this. And another way that we do it is through our virtual roundtable events. And they're, as I said earlier, they're coming back in the fall. And this is where you're live with people. You're not just texting back and forth. You're live and interacting with other like-minded entrepreneurs. We all get together in the spirit of growth and evolution in their businesses through collaboration instead of competition. And it's a safe environment where there's no selling, there's no elevator pitches or hidden agendas. It's just pure relationship building that many times ends up in a very lucrative business in the form of leads or clients and or joint ventures.
All right, so those are three money DNA influences to get you started and give you a solid foundation. However, remember, that to truly ignite the level of money, abundance, and spirituality you desire, it's essential to engage all six influencers. Missing any one of them or not implementing them fully means that you might be limiting the amount of wealth you can attract, if anything even occurs from that. Okay, it's kind of like a key, right? If you don't have the right combination going in there, it doesn't open up that reality. So let me ask you, can you now see how you can instantly influence and activate your DNA to attract money, unlimited money, without years of therapy, medical procedures, repetitive affirmations, working around the clock, or falling or for those get rich quick schemes? Can you see how easy it is to start with just these three money DNA influencers and start to create an impact? I mean, would it be all right if with you if we shared something we put together to help you fully activate what we call the ignition factor? Okay, catapulting your business with six radical steps. We've crafted a masterclass that with that exact title. It's approximately 2.5 hours of deep transformative exploration into all six factors of the Ignite acronym. And we'll be revealing how each one relates to bringing more money, abundance, and spirituality into your life. If you're interested, we'll drop the link in the comments. Ross, if you can do that for me. We'll drop the
Mhm.
link in the comments. All you have to do is click on it and get all the details, especially the crazy idea we had to make it accessible for everyone. Okay? Listen, if you're ready to experience a profound transformation in your business and your life, you need to be there. Okay? That's the bottom line. Our exclusive 6 step process will guide you through a series of breakthroughs, help you unlock potential in ways you never imagined, leading to unparalleled success and fulfillment. This masterclass is designed to go in all, gloves off. Okay? We're not holding anything back, helping you to program your DNA to unlock your wealth and abundance that's already surrounding you. We believe so strongly in the power of this program that we want to make it accessible to every entrepreneur, no matter where you are in your journey right now. So I had this crazy idea. We'll go into more detail on the page, but one of our brainstorming sessions, I said to Ross, what if we let the students name their own price?
He was
Then there was
crazy.
a pause. Then there was a pause, and he said, "That's crazy even for you," because I come up with some pretty crazy ideas sometimes. Right? So here's the deal. All we ask is that you choose what you can comfortably afford between $1 and the retail price of 197. You choose. Click that link, find out the details, you choose. And we promise that whatever you decide that number is for you, that where you're at, we promise that this 2.5 hour masterclass will blow your mind.
And blow it indeed. Blow it indeed. So consider it our way to remove any excuses that might prevent you from attending a masterclass event that will catapult your business results this year. This year. Instead of just offering it for free, deep down we both felt it was the best way to serve you. Besides, how many free classes have you signed up for and not attended? Because there was no value. How many are downloaded on your computer that you've never watched or never listened to? So you see, in every test that we've read, seen, or experienced with online trainings, the moment a student pays something to attend the training, all kinds of magical things happen. Your commitment breeds your success. Success in showing up and engaging, getting the most out of your investment, and implementing what you learn bumps up significantly. It
Totally.
signals to your brain a perceived value and quality that the content is valuable. It's a psychological trigger that enhances your engagement and perception of the material. So by investing your hard-earned money, you've got skin in the game. And this motivates you to take action. Where have I heard that before? Mm-hmm. And you apply what you learn and ensuring that you get a return on your investment. Then there's the community. I'm telling you, to me, community is the water to my rose garden. Getting involved in a community of like-minded individuals who are also invested in their success. It creates a supportive environment where you can share experiences and gain insights and hold each other accountable, further enhancing your choices and chances of achieving your business goals. I mean, really, let's face it. The internet is flooded with free content. With so many free trainings available, it's easy for you to sign up for multiple things without fully engaging in any single one of them. How many have done that? Let's raise some hands here. This abundance of options leads to decision fatigue because you overlook or abandon something as life-changing as a masterclass, this masterclass. So it really comes down to this. Are you a freebie seeker getting freebie results? Or do you have faith and commitment to yourself and really want to make a dynamic change in your life? If the latter, then click that link and block the time off on your calendar. So in closing, we want to thank you for showing up and more importantly, for participating and actively seeking the solutions for bringing more wealth and more abundance into your life. And remember, these concepts about money as energy may be new to some of you and old to others. But as you show up as your current self, make them the profound shift in perspective that you needed to ignite your true nature of wealth and abundance for your future.
All right. And once you recognize that money is a dynamic force that's interconnected with you and the universal energy field of abundance, you could transform the limitations of conventional thinking. Okay? I guarantee you that. Now, this opens the door to tapping into infinite potential of prosperity that has always been within your reach. So we encourage you to set a conscious intention to align with the universal energies that surround you. You can cultivate a mindset of abundance and limitless possibilities, and we assure you, you can harness the power of money's energy to manifest greater wealth and fulfillment in your life. So before we wrap up, let's give a quick recap of the IGNITE acronym. All right, there's I, which is influence of the world, how your environment shapes your reality and potential. G, generating wealthy behaviors, the importance of daily habits in attracting prosperity. N, navigating obstacles, understanding the long-term impact of short-term actions. I, infinite possibilities, unleashing the boundless potential within you. T, transforming limitations, breaking through barriers that hold you back. And E, exponential growth, the power of collaboration and expanding your influence. And finally, we want to leave you with a challenge, and we dare you to be exceptional today, tomorrow, and every day after that. The only way to achieve this is by implementing what you learn and learning from what you implement. That's our live stream for today, everyone. We'll see you next week. Thank you for being here. We look forward to seeing you. Be well.
See you later. Bye-bye.